Hello and welcome to this bonus presentation for Spring 20 Release Readiness Live. I'm Danny Kitkoff and I'm here with the emails integrations team who are ready to share the latest new features and enhancements. Now, since we will be covering the roadmap, we'll be making some forward-looking statements, so please make sure you're purchasing decisions based on the currently available functionality. With that, I will go ahead and get this team introduced. We'll start with you, Maddie.
Yeah, thanks so much, Danny. My name is Madeline Gill. I'm a product manager here at Salesforce within the Sales Cloud, and I've been working on our email integrations for about the past 3 years. So I'm really excited, as I am every release, to talk to you about what's new.
And I'm also really excited to be here. I'm Melissa O'Kane. I am also a product manager working on email and calendar integrations, but for mobile.
Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and jump in. I know we've got some fun things to cover, so whoever wants to get started.
Fantastic. So I'll kick us off with our desktop integrations. So we've got our fantastic Salesforce add-in for Outlook users and our Chrome extension for Gmail users. And of course, when you give sales reps these awesome add-ins, you're giving them access to the best of Salesforce within their email and calendar. So without leaving their Outlook and Gmail, they can log those important communications over into Salesforce. They can view the relevant CRM information right there in their email and calendar. They can, of course, create new Salesforce records without having to leave their email. And, of course, they can leverage those awesome email templates to standardize communication. So what's new for these integrations in Spring 20? All of these features are available in both our Outlook and Gmail integrations. So whether you're using Outlook or Gmail, you'll be able to leverage these awesome new features either way. And of course, this is my favorite part of being a product manager, is delivering these new features as a response to your feedback. So over the past few releases, we've heard a lot of your feedback about our integrations and how we can improve them. And so I'm especially excited to talk about these 3 new features here because they are a direct response to things we heard from you guys. So first, we know that many of you love to log your email and your calendar events over into Salesforce from your Google Calendar and your Outlook calendar. But we heard that it was important to you to be able to specify what type of event you were logging over into the CRM. So we know a lot of your businesses require an event type, especially for reporting. And now we've made it easier than ever to include that event type when you're logging those events over into Salesforce. So we surface the event type field now when you're logging events over into the CRM so that you can select it right there without having to save it and go back in and edit. Next, we know that Lightning templates are a super productivity booster for your sales reps and help your business to standardize communication. But we heard that it was often difficult to navigate the template experience in our integrations. So we've introduced some new enhancements to our template experience within the integrations that should make it easier for sales reps to both insert and create new Lightning templates without leaving their email. And lastly, trust is our #1 value here at Salesforce, and we know it's equally important to you guys to honor your customers' trust and privacy. And we know that many of you are extra concerned these days about privacy in particular, and so we've enhanced our integrations such that if certain contacts, leads, or person accounts in your CRM have opted out of email or prefer not to be marketed or tracked, you can actually view that information right there in the side panel. So when you're viewing those related records in the Salesforce panel in your Outlook and Gmail, we'll surface those email privacy settings right there so that your reps can honor that customer trust that's so important to us and you guys. So with that, I will dive into a demo. And I'll start over in my Gmail. So for our Gmail users, of course, I'm a sales rep and I love to communicate with my customers in Gmail and in my Google Calendar. And it's really important to me to be able to log all of those fantastic meetings and calls that I'm having with customers over into the CRM. So let's see, on Friday, I've got this awesome meeting, an intro to Melissa. And I want to log that over into the CRM so that my boss especially knows that I'm, cranking the wheels, meeting those new customers. So when I go in to log that event, of course, you'll see, as usual, the option to select the related records to that event. And new in Spring 20, you'll see this awesome event type field up here in the log event flow. So I can choose to classify this event. Maybe it was a call, maybe it was a meeting, or maybe just a prep meeting. And I can select that right here when logging it over into the CRM. So no longer do I have to log it first and then go back and edit. I can do it all in one fell swoop. So again, feedback that we heard from you guys and have incorporated into our product this release. All right, what else? So I've had that awesome meeting with Melissa, and I head over into my Gmail. I've got an email here from Aiden, who looks like he's interested in speaking a little bit further. So of course, I can view all of that awesome relevant CRM information in the side panel. And maybe I'll go into respond here. And I know I've got this fantastic email template that I love to use to send to customers who are looking for more information. So I can go over into the template component here. Of course, if I want to filter by certain objects, I can filter by templates related to a certain object here. I can sort by classic templates and lightning templates. And I can, of course, view folders by private or public. And if nothing is displaying, I can, of course, search for those templates that I love in Lightning. So perhaps I want to insert this follow-up one here that I love. Of course, we've got these awesome merge fields that I can make sure are populating correctly when I send it over. And here it is, that fantastic template that I love, saving me a ton of time and making sure my communications are always on brand. Perhaps I want to modify this template a little bit. I'm getting sick of some of the verbiage. I think it could be improved.
Cheers.
Cheers, yeah. We'll send Aiden a cheers. And maybe I like this template format going forward. So I can easily save it as a new template using this drop-down arrow here. I can select what object it's related to. I can rename the template. And of course, with one click, I've easily saved a new Lightning template over in Salesforce. So again, super awesome, a direct response to your feedback. All right, so I've just showed those first two features in Gmail. For our Outlook users, I wanted to show you guys some love too, so I will pivot over into Outlook. Again, you'll see this fantastic same Salesforce side panel here. And I'm a sales rep who wants to honor my customers' trust and privacy. And so, of course, I open this email. And as usual, I've got my awesome related Salesforce records within the side panel. You'll notice now that as of Spring 20, if any of your contacts, leads, or person accounts have opted out of email or have specific email privacy settings, you'll now be able to view those right in the side panel. So without leaving my email, I know that Lauren's asked to not be emailed, and I can respect her privacy right without leaving my email application. So again, I hope you're as excited as I am about these new features, and I'll hand it over to Melissa to talk about mobile.
Yeah, thanks, Maddie. So as you may or may not know, what Maddie just walked through is our base email and calendar integration, so available with your standard CRM license. But you can choose to actually boost that experience with Inbox, an additional license that really adds premium intelligence and productivity features to help really supercharge your reps and close those deals faster. So with that Inbox license, you get my personal favorite app, the Inbox mobile app. It's available for iOS and Android. And Spring 20 is bringing some really great new features. We heard you loud and clear. We launched a brand new experience called the Now experience last summer. And we've heard from customers how to make that experience even better and bigger. So this spring, we're bringing you the ability to curate that insight feed on the Now page better than we did before. So users can now filter their feed by all insight types, regardless of what kind of insight it is. And for those of you who love to go insight feed 0 all at once, you can actually dismiss all. Maybe like Friday end of day, you're like, I'm gonna clean it out, getting rid of it.
Absolutely.
I've done it all, I'm winning. So that is a huge new win for our Now experience and for our customers. As part of the Now experience, we've also added the ability to join events with multiple joining options. And so you'll see in this screenshot, some overzealous meeting coordinator wanted to make sure there was no reason you did not join this meeting. And they set up a conference number, a Google Hangout, and a GoToMeeting. There's literally no excuse. You have to go to this. And so in these cases, we'll show you all those available options when you select the event card, join feature, and with a single tap, you choose the method that you want to join that meeting or that call with, and you're off and running with just one tap. We also heard from our customers that you love and cherish the log call prompts from within Inbox Mobile, and so we've expanded that so that no matter where you're making that call within the app, you will see that log call prompts to remind you to get that logged to the CRM without ever leaving the app. And finally, I think this is my favorite Spring 20 feature. We heard this loud and clear from our Android users that you wanted the ability to disable conversation view. There's some people out there that are like, no, I don't want the conversation view. I want to keep it clean. So you can now disable that via settings within the app. So great stuff in Spring 20. We're really excited.
Yes, thank you for sharing. One thing, not even a question, just a wow moment. I am so excited for the log events. The amount of times I get on my customer calls asking about that, so I am happy to pick up any phones with customers and tell them that it's here, it's coming. So awesome, thank you for listening to the customers for that. Few questions. One I do have about the integration with email. Is there somewhere people can go to see what the right fit is for them, or just more documentation around what's free, what's included, what is an additional license?
Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite experiences or tools that we have to offer our customers. You can simply go to salesforce-email.com, and we have this amazing, easy, simple tool where you just answer a few really simple basic questions about your current configuration for your email and calendar, how you want to get that data into Salesforce, and then we spit out our recommendation and what products would benefit your business the most. Takes only a few minutes, maybe at the most, and it's such a powerful tool. We do know that every business is different. You have different needs, you want different outcomes, and so this tool is amazing and so simple to use. So go there now. Don't hesitate.
Right now. Yes, that's awesome. No, thank you for sharing that. And I know we were talking a little bit earlier before we started this recording, but can you share a little bit what might be on the roadmap that's outside of Spring 20?
Sure, yeah. It wouldn't be a forward-looking statement without some roadmap to share. So Melissa was talking about the fantastic mobile app that you gain access to with the Inbox license. And of course, we've got that fantastic premium experience for our users in the desktop integrations as well. So when you have that Inbox license in those same desktop integrations that I was demoing earlier, reps will gain access to those fantastic productivity tools that they love. So email tracking to know when reps are opening their communications. Insert availability helps streamline the calendar scheduling process. You can schedule emails to send later. All of those fantastic features. And so, of course, just as with the base experiences, you guys had a lot of feedback on those productivity tools because you know and love them so much. So what have we done as a response to your feedback? Well, we're hoping to enhance the email tracking feature. So we've heard from a lot of you that it's frustrating that when you send out an email with tracking, you can only view that information within your Salesforce side panel in Outlook and Gmail, and you unfortunately can't view that tracking information over in Lightning. So it's frustrating. You end up toggling between two places to figure out when reps are interacting with your communication. However, Safe Harbor, we're hoping to introduce all that email tracking information across both Lightning and in the Inbox side panel. So no matter where you're working, whether it's in Lightning or whether it's in your email and calendar client, you'll be able to view that email tracking information everywhere. So we're really excited about that. And then, of course, we have our sales reps who don't necessarily want to work out of Outlook and Gmail, that actually prefer to conduct their email communications out of Lightning. So we've got the fantastic Lightning email experience that allows sales reps to conduct their business without ever having to leave Lightning. And of course, they love those premium productivity tools we have in Inbox. And so we wanted to bring those fantastic tools over to them where they're working in Lightning. So over the coming releases, we'll be introducing those fantastic premium Inbox tools in the Lightning email experience. So that includes the ability to schedule emails to send later so that you're sending email communications to your prospects at exactly the right time. We'll be introducing engagement insights in Lightning email to help sales reps guide the conversation towards productive next steps. And of course, no one wants to send 5 or 6 emails back and forth to get that calendar meeting scheduled with a customer. So we'll be bringing that awesome insert availability tool that reps love from Inbox into the Lightning email experience. So you can send free times over to prospects with one click.
Yeah, and then for mobile, Danny, we have some more exciting stuff and really are looking to build add-ons within the mobile apps that sales reps use and love today. So as much as we would love to keep them in Salesforce all the time, their days are really different and they often don't have time to log manually back to the CRM. And so really trying to provide as much ease for our users on mobile applications that they use every day, like Gmail or Outlook Mobile, Teams, Slack, bringing the CRM into those mobile apps so that they get the power no matter what experience they're using.
Right, okay. Yeah. Well, thank you ladies for sharing that. And just to be clear, I know we said it, but that is for past Spring 20. So just making sure we're clear on that, the roadmap. So we have a lot of resources out there. Do you guys have specific spots that you want to send our customers to for this?
Yeah, so Melissa's already talked about our awesome Salesforce email site, but of course we've got this fantastic plethora of resources that we update on a per release basis. So it's always the latest and greatest, and those include our release notes. So we've got the Spring 20 release notes that talk about everything we've just discussed. If you want to try out the Inbox mobile app and features, you can ask your AE about courtesy licenses and try them out for free. We've got our awesome Trailblazer community, so you guys are always working to make that Trailblazer community fantastic. We're in there too, answering questions. And of course, we've got a Trailhead that helps admins especially integrate Outlook and Gmail with Salesforce. And last but not least, for customers who are extra concerned about security and privacy, we have a fantastic detailed email integration security guide that answers your most common questions, and then an Outlook integration implementation guide that helps you streamline that process. So again, a ton of resources. Please check them out and feel free to continue the fantastic conversation in our communities.
Great, thank you for that. I know our viewers are going to love what's coming. I know I love what's coming. So thank you both for joining in and letting us know what's coming for Spring 20. So with that, please check out our other on-demand sessions, and we will see, hopefully, you ladies back in Summer 20.
Yeah, thank you,
Thanks,
Danny.
Thank you.